Hey everybody, David the AI Guide here. Welcome to another episode of the AI Guide. Thank you so much for tuning in, and please be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Also Medium. I've started writing some articles in Medium, and I will continue to do that probably a couple of months. And then finally, please like, subscribe, share, and follow us on Patreon. And if you are able to, $1 a month would be fantastic, which will help us broaden our programming to more interviews, start doing live stuff, all kinds of interesting things with your support. So thank you very much, and we really appreciate you being here. So today we're going to talk about AI in education. This is another area similar to the last video where we talked about aviation, that we haven't talked about this area as much. And AI is going to dramatically change education in the future. So how is that going to happen? Well, it's the combination of AI and NLP, natural language processing. And we've talked several times now about GPT-3, which can you can speak to it and it will type out what you're saying, or if you're typing, you type the first word and it'll give you a whole sentence, and it's surprisingly accurate. Well, this technology is only going to improve from here, and chatbots are still a little bit early in terms of their development, meaning that they can still make mistakes. And those mistakes are pretty obvious, but this is going to change rapidly as use cases spread and more data is run through chatbots. Chatbots are a perfect solution for education. Why? Because you have a classroom full of kids who all, for the most part, learn differently and learn at different speeds. This is one of the great challenges of education. How do I convey required material or even extra material to students who are learning at different paces and learn in different ways? Some people are auditory learners, some are visual learners, and so forth. So it's a tough challenge for teachers, and teachers deserve all the credit in the world for the work they do, because what's more important than educating our kids? And you as students know that. So this is critically important. But the amazing thing about chatbots is it truly opens the door to individualized education, both in terms of content and speed. Why? Because a chatbot, once it works with you for a while, learns how you learn and learns what speed you learn at. So it can take you through material either slower, if that's what you need, or faster. And by the way, most people are not equally proficient in all areas of academics, right? We all know this. Some people are stronger in English than math, some are stronger in math than English, some are stronger in science than they are in math or English. So chatbots are a perfect solution for individualized training when it's impossible to do that in a teacher classroom setting because you've got 18 to 30 kids in the class. Or think about a lecture where you have hundreds of college students, and then they're supposed to leave that lecture and go absorb all the material, and they all do that differently. So chatbots are perfect for co-instruction, meaning that they will instruct along with the teacher. And this is on a variety of levels. The first is using a chatbot as a resource. So because some of the things that teachers have to do are very, very time consuming, like lesson planning, grading essays, and special projects, A chatbot can read and grade essays with proper training amazingly. So there are things that chatbots can do to act as a resource for the teacher and the student and relieve some of the workload from the teacher. The second area is in learning other languages. The research is crystal clear now that people learn languages best not by reading or studying a book, but by actually having the conversation. And a chatbot will be without equal in learning new languages because it will understand what you're learning, where you're having trouble, slow down and help you through those trouble places, and where you aren't having trouble, speed up the learning process. Again, individualized instruction, which generally doesn't happen today. You can buy an online audio course, but you still have to figure out how to use that course with your learning style, where a chatbot will learn your learning style and tailor the teaching to you. So that's going to be amazing. And we all know that the translation software for learning other languages has improved night and day over the last 5 years. You can type anything into one of these tools and it'll spit out in virtually any other language so that you can communicate with people by written means anywhere in the world, and eventually a chatbot will be speaking into your ear in the other language telling you what to say. That'll definitely happen. Terrific application. And then finally, analysis. So learning how to analyze things is a skill. Anyone can learn it. And you have to be taught it, though, how to look at a lot of different material, analyze that material, and pick out what's important or what is the most important thing to do based on that material. They call it actionable. And chatbots will be very, very helpful in this respect also. So I think it's pretty safe to say that 10 years from now, education will have changed quite a bit. Instruction will be more individualized. Yes, there will still be teachers, but again, these teachers are going to need to have a much higher level of computer literacy than they even have right now to be able to work with chatbots and algorithms and make them effective, well-trained, and correct. So the computer literacy requirement for all professions is going up, and we've talked about that. That's why some of the resources that we are already giving away free, click the link at the end of the video, are great because you're going to learn enough more about AI to understand the knowledge level that you'll need to have about AI to be successful in the future, even if you are not an AI programmer. You will be a user. So that is definite. So education, like aviation, and ground transportation and everything else, is going to change tremendously through all of these converging technologies that are converging and all speeding up together. That's AI, sensors, natural language processing, the big three. So this is big stuff. I hope you like this video. Please like, share, subscribe. Also, again, if you can contribute just $1 a month on Patreon, we'll be able to do so much more than we can do right now for you. And again, our focus is on young people and preparing you for an AI-driven future, because AI will be driving the future. Thanks, take care, and we'll talk to you next time. Oh, also check out our new YouTube shorts, 1 minute or less. We hope you like them.